Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue with modding the 2023 Ducati V4, and we're going to change the mirrors, the front turn signals. We've got the NRC tail tidy on the back, so now let's go ahead and clean up the front. But let's take a look at what we're going to put on. So today we have stealth mirrors. I think these are the best looking mirrors. Maybe not the greatest functionally, but as far as looks wise, I can't see out of regular mirrors anyway. So we've got stealth mirrors. We have the Rizoma turn signals. If you've never seen these, they're super small, very tiny little turn signals. They look amazing. And then they go into these brackets that go on the front fairings. So obviously we'll go over that. And then you need the harness to plug them in to your factory harness. So let's go ahead, get started and see what it takes to get these on. So to remove the mirrors, there's two bolts right under here into this little cap that hold them on. And the new turn signals are going to attach right here in this bolt. So first, let's go ahead, remove the mirror, and then we'll start on that. So to get these mirrors off, they're number 4s, and they shouldn't be tight. Hold the mirrors on. Okay, then once we get those off, you can go ahead, hopefully you guys can see there's a clip right here for the plug. You can just push on that to release it. And then you have to turn the plug to where you can, it'll only go out one way. And then that removes that one. So that it goes here. Hopefully you guys can see that good. So the question is, what exactly, or where exactly do you run the wire? You have the factory turn signal wire here, but there's this piece in the way that I can't really see around. And I want to keep this as clean as possible and keep all the wires. So I don't want this to be seen. So I think I'm going to take out these inner pieces right here to try and see if I can feed the wire around better that way. All right, so now that that's off, you can just see it just gives me a better spot where to run this. Like I could literally just go ahead and hook these up. So here these wires are way too long on these. So I'm going to cut quite a bit of it off, but the first thing I want to do is go ahead and pull off this insulation, but be super careful because these wires are very easy to break. So once you have your insulation off, you don't need these pieces or the nuts that are on these turn signals, because it screws into the front of the bracket. And then take your wire, run it through your bracket. And then go ahead and get this to where you can screw it in, but try to turn the wire with the turn signal, or let it turn freely so it doesn't try to bind up, because these little wires are super easy to break. Then you can take your supplied wrench and snug it up. Okay, so once you have your wire through, you can cut it off about so long is where I cut mine. Then take your insulation. Obviously you want your insulation to be a little shorter than your wire. So we're going to go about here. Cut that off. Now you can feed your wire back through your insulation. Then these have retainers on the bottom for the insulation in the wire. And now you see I have the wire underneath the retainers. Strip the wire, take your connector, cut those off. Twist the wire just so all the strands are tight. Okay, and then you have these connectors. These are solder connectors. You just need heat and it actually solders the wire together. Now be careful heating these up because it's a very thin wire, and you will see when it actually melts. All right, so after I cut it, I wrapped everything in electrical tape. It's not the prettiest job, but it works. Everything's sealed anyway, so now it's ready to go on. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, obviously this attaches here, is I'm gonna run the wire underneath this piece, go ahead and connect this up here. Then once I put everything back in, I can just orientate this to where I want it and hook it up. So let's go ahead and try that right now. Okay, now we can do the same thing again here. We know we're gonna want this up underneath. Like so. Bring this up and around and over. Go ahead, plug it in. Now, I'm not for sure if we can tell if it's gonna work now or not. There is the left side, and the right side is also working. So now I'll go ahead, zip tie all these wires up in here, and then we can reassemble everything. Okay, now that I've got all the blinkers mounted and all the inner panels reinstalled, now I can go ahead and start on the mirrors. Now we'll take our mirrors and the clip that goes on the inside. Don't forget, these mirrors come with a piece of felt that goes underneath the bottom to keep from scratching the paint. Well, now that I have everything all tightened up and cleaned back up, it sure makes a huge difference with these Rizoma stealth mirrors and these blinkers. They do make other blinkers too that you can use for these, but I think these are the best. The size on them is extremely small. And then of course, we could go ahead and peel off the sticker. And the blinkers are hardly even noticeable if you're not really paying attention for them. And of course the mirrors, you know, I'll normally leave them up when I'm riding. That's the left side. Go ahead and check the right side. So what do you guys think? Did it clean it up? Well, there you go, guys. There's the Rizoma stealth mirrors and the Rizoma turn signals. Really cleans the front of the bike up a lot. If you have any questions, as always, make sure and leave them in the description or the comments below. I'll make sure and leave all the part numbers for these. And by the way, these are all courtesy of Motivation Accessories here in Austin. So I'll put the links to everything in the description. Once again, if you like the videos, make sure and like and subscribe. And if you do watch my videos and you're not subscribed, please make sure and do so. It really helps the channel grow. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.